Hi, I'm Amira Zulaikha binti Roslan.
Hi, I am Balqis.
Hi, my name is Nurul Aqilah.
And we are from the Mission. Hi, welcome to ABC Airlines. ABC Airlines was the first airline company founded by the Dylan government. The objective of the company was to provide services to the Dylan citizen to travel all around the world. In 1980s, ABC Airlines has incurred losses due to high interest and escalating fuel prices. The fund for ABC Airline had become limited and restrict their future growth of the company since the government have their own financial priorities. In order to sustain in the industry, they decided to privatize their company by listing the company on the stock exchange. Large capital injection from the privatization saved the company from losses. Hence, it will improve the internal control and management to stay relevant in the industry. They gain praises from customers for its great service and affordable prices, which led them to become one of the best airlines at that time. It also involved in cargo business, catering business, and tourism. However, the privatization only lasted for a brief period since the company was troubled with endless management and operational issues. Hence, the top management was puzzled and looking for the best solution to survive their company.
Based on this case, the main issue that we have identified is that whether ABC Airlines should be renationalized or remain privatized. Before the main issue appear, there are also sub-issues that arises in which causes ABC Airlines need to make a decision. The first issue is that the depreciation of the Dylan dollar has affected ABC Airlines. During the financial crisis, people start to save their money by reducing their expenses. Many family travelers and individuals choose to postpone or cancel their traveling, while for business travelers, they prefer to choose a cheaper flight to reduce their expenses. This caused the flight demand decrease, in which eventually the company's revenue also declines. Due to this problem, ABC Airlines come up with a solution where they decided to cease the unprofitable routes, which causes them to sell underutilized aircrafts to reduce losses. The purchase of the new aircrafts also has been delayed. In our opinion, to decide whether ABC Airlines should continue or eliminate the unprofitable route, rather than looking at the profit of a certain route, the company also needs to analyze fixed and variable costs incurred to improve their decision-making. The company can try to reduce the variable costs that might make this unprofitable route shifted to a profitable route. For example, ABC Airlines may try to enter into a future contract with the fuel seller. As we all know, future contracts are financial derivatives that oblige the buyer to purchase some underlying asset or the seller to sell that asset at a predetermined future price and date. If ABC Airlines hedge a low fuel price and the fuel price is high in the market, then ABC Airlines are greatly benefited from this contract. By entering into the contract, ABC Airlines may save huge sum of money. When it comes to fuel, another way to cut costs is by refuel the airplanes at their base airport rather than at other airports, as discount sometimes obtainable on home ground. Besides that, the company also can minimize the flight frequencies of these unprofitable routes. Rather than losing their customers to other competitors, it is better for ABC Airlines to come up with an effective way to deal with this problem. ABC Airlines can provide a trip to the unprofitable route one time in a day. Even though the frequency of the flight is not high, ABC Airlines can attract the public to choose their flight by making a survey first. ABC Airlines need to analyze whether the people like to take a morning flight or a night flight. If the people prefer to take a morning flight, then ABC Airlines may provide more affordable price as compared to their competitors. This is because normally the price ticket for the morning flight is expensive. By offering a cheaper and affordable ticket price, people may be more attracted to choose ABC Airlines as their choice. Moreover, if ABC Airlines provide a trip to the unprofitable routes one time in a day, indirectly the crew salary also reduced as compared to before. The crew salary will be reduced only if the payment of their salary is made based on the flight hour.
So next, we move on to the second issue. So the second issue arises when another crisis had occurred due to the mismanagement, where there is misappropriations of assets and strange transactions in ABC Airlines. According to the report by the internal auditor, it shows that this problem was raised due to the unrealistic amount of the top management remuneration and expenses. This can be proved when it mentioned that the management had bought an expensive artwork valued more than $1 billion Dylan each to hang in the office, which served no purpose other than decoration. So, as for solution, the Chief Executive Officer (CEO) has initiated a business transformation plan and a business turnaround plan. He has replaced the top management organization and closely monitored the spending of the asset and expenses. In order to ensure that this mismanagement problem does not occur in the future, I believe that ethics training should be provided to the management regularly. By doing this, the top management will acknowledge how big and important ethics in performing their tasks. For the third issue is, next, we also want to point out the issue where the audit committee does not take any further action on the report made by the internal auditor due to the no cooperation given by the organization for the internal auditor to perform their tasks. Being an internal auditor, they need to comply with the same fundamental principle of ethics, such as objectivity and integrity. Even though the internal auditor has mentioned that they already brought this issue regards to the uncooperative of the top management to the audit committee, this issue just stopped there. Instead of taking another initiative to solve this problem, they choose to wait for the audit committee to take any actions. So this can be proved when the new CEO stepped into the internal audit office department, and he was so surprised as all of the staff was not doing the work. Instead, they were either browsing the social media, talking to one another, or even dozing. So in my opinion, instead of just doing nothing, the internal auditor should take initiative by whistleblow this issue to the Malaysian Institute of Corporate Governance, MICG, since there were no action taken by the audit committee, and also we can see that they only provided with the 2 pages of internal control report, and this will limit their works as the information given were not enough. Hence, it shows that no professional behavior involved.
Here's the fourth issue that my group had discovered. The issue is the decline in share price of the company that was due to the plane crash tragedy caused by lack of training and experience of the pilots in performing their duties. For this issue, we recommend the company to train their pilots to the highest level and retrain them regularly. Other than the training itself, what the management of the company can do to ensure that their pilots' commitment are always in shape is to emphasize ways to maintain pilots' proficiency and safety, as safety is a paramount out on the list of pilot duties. The management can normalize the norms where the pilots are responsible to keep on practicing and refresh their knowledge, as this pilot profession requires a high level of skill. For example, when the pilots are not physically in the cockpit or when they are on the ground, they should study all the theories, procedures, or any other critical aspect, especially when these pilot doesn't fly for a particular aircraft for quite some time. Maybe they have to deal with more complex aircraft for the next schedule, and these require them to have to strengthen their theories, to strengthen all the theories and also their skills. As for the safety, it is a pilot's initial responsibility or pre-flight duties for them to check the weather throughout the flight path and confirm flight schedules. So, when the pilot know what to expect from the weather, they will automatically start solving these related problems prior to the flight. Hence, this will optimize their in-flight decision making and quicken the response time when changes are needed during the flight.
Lastly, the fifth issue is
whether the minority shareholders should sell their share to Busy Fund. The Dylan government's wealth fund managing arms, which is Busy Fund, had offered to repurchase the minority shareholders' shares to revive the ABC Airlines by restructuring the company's operations. And the price offered by Busy Fund is at a premium of 27 cents per share, which is nearly 30% above the average share price over the previous 3 months. And the ABC Airlines share price had dropped to approximately 23 cents per share, and Busy Fund had offered the minority shareholders more than their shares worth. The minority shareholders would definitely suffer a huge losses from the trading as they bought the shares at a higher price years ago. However, it is better for the minority shareholders to take up the offer rather than holding on to their shares for a better price, as ABC Airlines won't be trading at the same level as before. One of the minority shareholders demand the price to be at least 50 cents per share or maybe even more, as Busy Fund is a reputable company and could offer a price more than 27 cents per share. However, that will cost a massive sum of fund, as there is quite a larger number of minority shareholders' shares that Busy Fund needs to buy back. Apart from that, Busy Fund also need to restructure the whole organization and build up the organization's reputation again. All of this will require a great cost as well, and hence, to protect the interests of the shareholders, it is better for the minority shareholders to accept the offer from Busy Fund, as they may suffer a bigger losses in the future. In a nutshell, all the issues that have been mentioned before will lead to the main issues, which is whether ABC Airlines should be renationalized or remain privatized. In our opinion, ABC Airlines should be renationalized in order for them to remain sustained in the industry. This is because the ABC Airlines image is already damaged, as they had not recovered from its financial losses and had to suffer more losses due to the impact of the missing plane and plane crash tragedies. And the public also have lost their trust to travel with ABC Airlines, and this will lead to the profit and share price problems, as they will suffer losses. Hence, it is better for ABC Airlines to restructure and redesign their operation to become a new company and gain a new public trust.
That's all from us. Thank you.